everybody. My name is Tiana Bellamy, and I am a children's specialist for St. Paul Public Library. And I'm here today to share one of my favorite books and also share a little bit more about me. And so I'm gonna read Drum Dream Girl, and this is actually a biographical book, which means that it was written about a real experience of a real person. And the reason I like this book is because of how beautifully it's written, but also because of the illustrations. And I love the bright, beautiful, flowy illustrations of this book. So this is Drum Dream Girl, How One Girl's Courage Changed Music. And I hope you enjoy. By Margarita Engel, illustrated by Rafael Lopez. Published by Houghton Mifflin Harcourt. On an island of music, in a city of drum beats, the drum dream girl dreamed. Of pounding tall conga drums, tapping small bongo drums, and boom, boom, booming with long, loud sticks on big, round, silvery, moon-bright timbales. But everyone on the island of music in the city of drum beats believed that only boys should play drums. So the drum dream girl had to keep dreaming. Quiet, secret drum beat dreams. At outdoor cafes that looked like gardens, she heard drums played by men, but when she closed her eyes, she could also hear her own imaginary music. When she walked under wind-wavy palm trees in a flower-bright park, she heard the whir of parrot wings, the clack of woodpecker beaks, the dancing tap of her own footsteps, and the comforting pat of her own heartbeat. At carnivals, she listened to the rattling beat of towering dancers on stilts. And the dragging clang of costumed drummers wearing huge masks. And at home, her fingertips rolled out their own dreamy drum rhythm on tables and chairs. And even though everyone kept reminding her that girls on the island of music had never played drums, the brave drum dream girl dared to play. Tall conga drums, small bongo drums, and big, round, silvery, moon-bright timbales. Her hands seemed to fly as they rippled, rapped, and pounded all the rhythms of her drum dreams. Her big sisters were so excited that they invited her to join in their all-girl dance band. But their father said only boys should play drums. So the drum dream girl had to keep dreaming and drumming alone. Until finally, her father offered to find a music teacher who could decide if her drums deserved to be heard. The drum dream girl's teacher was amazed. The girl knew so much, but he taught her more and more and more. And she practiced, and she practiced, and she practiced. Until the teacher agreed she was ready to play her small bongo drums outdoors at a starlit cafe that looked like a garden. Where everyone who heard her dream bright music, sang and danced and decided that girls should always be allowed to play drums, and both girls and boys should feel free to dream. That's the end of this book, friends. And at the end of this book, there's a historical note. So this is a great book for learning more at home because it tells you about the girl that this is based off of in the back of this book. So thank you for listening to that story with me. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. And another part of Story Spotlight is learning a little bit more about me. And I like to, in my free time, do all sorts of different art. So I like to paint, and I like to draw, and I like to build things with clay. So I have a lot of different mediums or ways that I do art that make me feel really good. And so I always like to do art when I'm feeling excited, a little too excited sometimes, almost nervous, or when I'm sad about something. It seems like drawing always helps me, and art always helps me kind of figure through some of my own emotions. So, I have with me today some of my favorite art tools and a picture that I just recently drew with oil pastels. So I'll show you my favorite art tools first. My first favorite art tool is this eraser, and it's really cool because it stretches. And so I just like to play with this all day and knead it and stretch it, and you can make it into whatever shape you want so that you can erase even the smallest of pencil lines. So that's my first. My second favorite tool is this. It kind of looks like a crayon, right? And it kind of is a crayon. It's an oil pastel. So this is a crayon that you can actually blend with your thumb, kind of like finger painting, and spread it across a wider portion of the paper. And then finally, my third favorite art tool is watercolors. And so this is what one version of watercolors look like. You might be used to the ones in a pan. So maybe there's a watercolor set that you have at home where they're kind of chalky. This one comes in a liquid and it's concentrated, so I have to mix it with water before I can use it. But I really love all three of those things and I use them all the time. And then finally, I have a picture for you, and I would love if you would share something that maybe you worked on recently too, so that I can see it in the comments. But this is the latest thing that I drew with oil pastels. So as you can see, the same reason I really like Drum Dream Girl, I like oil pastels, because I really like color. Alright, I hope you've enjoyed this. Have a good rest of your day, and I'll see you for the next story time. Bye-bye, friends.